Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel 100% Pure Elvis. I'm really happy to see you all again and I hope this all finds you well. As always, thank you for taking the time out to return to my channel today. It is most appreciated. Now this upload is for some of my subscribers who have asked me to do more of my magazine flip throughs. I said recently I haven't purchased many Elvis magazines of late, but I did realise that I haven't shared this one, and this is a 90th birthday celebration Unofficial magazine, and it's really big. So I'm gonna this is why I'm sitting sideways, but as you can see on the front there, a great image of Elvis from the movie Jailhouse Rock. It's quite a long magazine, and on the back, as you can see, multiple images of Elvis there on the back. Let me get closer in there. This is a special release that was issued in the United Kingdom via Anthem Publishing, and it was priced at £11.99. Now just go on to, if you are an Elvis fan that lives overseas, go on to Google, type in Anthem Publishing, and I am sure this would still be available. But let's get through that flip through. Let me check the pages. How many are we going to look at? We're only looking at 35 pages, guys, but it is a beautiful magazine, and again, you will not be disappointed. So I'm going to try my best to do the flip through the best I can. So let's start. So straight away, another great image of Elvis there on the left-hand side with Elvis lettering on the right. And it says, how a boy from a small town, Mississippi, grew up to become the king of rock and roll, changing the world of music forever. Now look at next page. I have not read this magazine as yet, but again, really happy to have it. Look at that beautiful image of Elvis on the set of Love Me Tender. Gorgeous. Look at that. It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Now, again, obviously, if you do want more information about this magazine, now just let me know in the comments below, and I will certainly try my best to get more information as I possibly can. What I can say to you guys is I do have 2 copies of this magazine. So if anyone wants to ask me about the second copy, I'm more than happy to post it out. And if you can't get hold of a copy, just let me know in the comments below and we'll sort something out. I know Gina over at Patrick At's Place for Elvis fans. I was talking to her about this magazine, and she was saying to me she's got far too many Elvis magazines. Oh, Gina, I know what you mean. Same as me. That infamous image of Elvis in pure white walking in the front of Graceland. I absolutely adore that image. Stunning. See what I mean? You could buy a second copy of this magazine like I have, and you could just kind of, it's quite like sacrilege to say it, but could you rip out the photos out of the second copy and frame them? Look at that. Look, there you go. Beautiful. You know, again, it might, look at that. That one I hadn't seen in a while. That's a gorgeous shot there, isn't it? I think for me, you know, I kind of have slowed down buying Elvis magazines and books because I've only got so much space in the house that I live in with my husband, and so obviously we have to kind of share the space as much as possible. I would go as far as to say I've got more of the space. So obviously that's the infamous image of Welcome Home Elvis with Frank Sinatra. Absolutely stunning image, and in his tuxedo, gorgeous. And there you go, some shots from his movies. Get closer in there for you. So what we got here? So we've got Love Me Tender, GI Blues, Viva Las Vegas, Girls, 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 Flaming Star, Paradise Hawaiian Style. If anyone wants to choose, really. Out of them, I'm going to go for, obviously, Viva Las Vegas, closely followed by Girls, Girls, Girls. My least favourite out of them, might be controversial, probably Love Me Tender. I'm not overly keen on his debut movie. His wedding to Priscilla. You know, they were made for each other, weren't they? They were so in love. Look at that. Oh God, one of my favourites there from the '68 special. Closer in there. And again, we are coming to the end. We're looking at Aloha from Hawaii. So in general, this birthday celebration magazine, you know, for me, is it worth £11.99? With it only having 35 pages, I do think it's worth it because of the size of it. And again, it's limited edition. You know, I think once this is out of print, I don't think you're going to be able to get another copy. And that's the end of that magazine flip through. See what I mean? So again, at £11.99, you know, for me, it is worth it via Anthem Publishing. Let me get that on the back for you here. So here's how you spell it here. There you go. And obviously, if you are overseas, you will be looking at paying that £11.99 plus postage. So it all depends on, do you think it's worth adding to your collection? And as I said, I do have a second copy of this in my collection. So in the comments below, you're more than welcome to leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can and let's sort something out. But there we have the magazine flip through of Elvis' 90th birthday celebration magazine, and it is in focus 100% unofficial. So again, I really hope you enjoyed that flip through. Again, well, to my subscribers that do ask for more magazine and book flip throughs, guys, it is really difficult because, you know, when I buy an Elvis magazine or book, I like to read it first. I like to kind of get as much information out of it as I possibly can before I do share it. So that is why I've not been sharing as much recently. So again, I do apologize about that. And I will do more coming up real soon. But again, look, you know, it is a great magazine. It's good to have in your collection. But just be warned, it is quite big. It's a big, tall magazine. So again, that is Elvis in focus, the 90th celebration magazine. I need to get that put back in its bag. I'm going to show you something next that, actually I put that at the side a minute. And the next thing I'm going to share with you, I should have been better organized. This is a magazine special, and this was Elvis. Again, it's unofficial, but it's by the Mirror newspaper. Unofficial tribute to the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, on what would have been his 90th birthday. Again, I do have 2 copies of this as well. This will be harder to do a flip through on. So, guys, I'm just going to share a few pages if you don't mind, because with it being a paper, it's more delicate and I don't want to rip it. So I'm going to try and get to some pages that I find quite interesting. See what I mean? I just don't want to get this ripped. But I'm also conscious that I do want to show you it. Now, again, this probably is also out of print. But again, go online, Daily Mirror, in the Google search bar or whatever your search bar engine is, and go to the Daily Mirror and just type in Elvis 90th birthday celebration. Is it? Yeah, Elvis 90th birthday unofficial celebration. And hopefully you'll still be able to get a copy. As I said, I do have 2 copies of this. And I am actually flipping through every page and sharing it because, you know, there's no point not sharing this because it's stunning. Well put. I think it's so well put together by the makers of the Daily Mirror. I don't buy newspapers. You know, I work in retail. I'm a retail manager, and we do get a lot of people buying newspapers. I don't buy them. But when this came out, of course, I had to buy it. So it's just full page on page on page of Elvis. Again, I've not read it. I've just been looking at the images inside. And I'm going to give another shout out to Gina over at Patrick At's Place for Elvis Fans, because Gina will say, Mark, you need to read it as well. Gina, I promise I will read it. This is the middle page puller, and it's gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that superb? Beautiful. So under where it says Elvis, you've got 5 different images of Elvis. I think that's so well put together. It's superb. And we are so lucky as Elvis fans to have these sorts of tributes to our idol. I think we're not too far from the end, I don't think. So these are the movie stills that we're going through at the moment. I'm sorry if I'm going too fast for you guys. Just pause it on the page that you are wanting to look at. We're going into Vegas here. There you go. And I think this is possibly my favorite 2 pages, the images on this page. I'm going to hold it there a bit longer so you can have a good look. See what I mean? It's just beautiful. And when I buy things like this, especially paper, I never fold them. I always keep them flat, and I have a storage container in my bedroom underneath the bed. And what I store in there is all my Elvis magazines, newspapers. So they are kept flat, because if you fold them in half, I do believe you're going to get, obviously you're going to get creases, and it can damage the spine. It can damage the newspaper itself. The same goes for the magazines as well. You know, I'm very conscious of that. In the past, I have made the mistake of folding them, and then when I get them out, they get ripped, and you just can't get another copy. So again, most of my magazines and newspapers are in mint condition, let's say. See what I mean? Page on page of Elvis. And I remember when I purchased this, it was £2.99, I believe. Yeah, no, £3.99, worth every single penny. Now here, so here it's remembering the King. And again, for me, it's just, oh, here we go. So we're looking at the meditation gardens here now as well. So we're coming to the end. Now, obviously, as I said about the other magazine as well, if you are wanting me to kind of try and find out more information on this Daily Mirror special, I will find out more information on it. I can find out if it is still available. It's very doubtful, guys, but I do know they are on eBay, and they are on, there's another selling site. Unfortunately, I can't remember. I will leave it in the comments below as soon as I find out. But yeah, for me, it's just, they're worth the price. But obviously, if you do live overseas, you are looking at posters as well, don't forget. So this is here, some film posters. I think we're now going on to the last page, guys. Yeah, so here you're looking at his single releases here and albums discography. That is so I'm quite conscious, right? Oh, there you go. I'm quite conscious, but that is such a great touch. It's got all the information you need about his single releases and album releases during his lifetime, a very short lifetime. But again, you know, thank you for asking me to do more book and magazine flip throughs. I will do my best to do whatever you need me to do on this channel. Obviously, I'm not going to showcase books that I've done before, but to my newer subscribers, I mean, obviously, my favorite books that I have showcased on my channel, sorry, I'm a bit fidgety. There we go. The books that I have showcased on my channel, go back to my channel and please check out the flip throughs of the Elvis files. You'll not be disappointed. They are a great collection of books. I have showcased most of my magazines that I've got in my collection, page by page flip through. So if you are a subscriber, go onto my channel, you scroll down. I've done over 700 videos, so you might need to type it into the search bar in YouTube. But yeah, you know, I've done a lot of book and magazine flipsters. I really do enjoy doing them, I must admit, but I've got very limited now as to what I can share with you, unless it's new that I've added to my collection. And then too, I don't think I've shared before. If I have, I apologize, but I don't think I have. So again, don't forget, I've got an extra copy of each of them in my collection. So, you know, in the comments below, if you are interested, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as quickly as I possibly can. I just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you for watching my uploads. I've been doing quite a lot recently because I've got more time on my hands because, again, I'm out of work at the moment. Not to say I'm not working. I do have a job, but I'm actually having a bit of a break at the moment so I can focus more on my channel. So again, and most of the uploads that I am doing of late are requests from my subscribers, except for the odd exception. So again, don't forget, if you do want me to do any specific uploads on Elvis, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments below and I will get it done as quickly as I possibly can. As always, please keep Elvis close to your hearts. Please keep on playing his music. Lots of love, everybody. Speak soon.